Hi, my name is Alex. Today I'm telling you a true-to-life story about going to an airport in the United States, step by step, word by word, so you can pick up the exact English people use there. I'll keep the tone friendly and natural. I'll show you how I speak to the driver, the airline agent, the TSA officer, the barista, and the gate agent. I'll show you how I ask for directions, how I order coffee, how I deal with a small problem, and how I stay calm. Think of it as a long walkthrough you can copy in real life. No fancy grammar lessons, just the phrases that work. I'm standing at my apartment door with my suitcase. I lock the door, check my pockets, and say out loud, ID, phone, wallet, boarding pass. Saying the list helps me focus. My suitcase is light, but my mind is heavier. I'm excited and nervous, which is normal before a flight. I open my ride-sharing app and request a car to the airport. When the driver arrives, I put my suitcase in the trunk and sit in the back seat. "Good morning," I say. "Could we please go to Terminal B?" "Sure thing," the driver says. "Which airline?" "Delta," I answer. "Got it," he says. "Do you have a preferred route?" "I'm not sure," I say. "The fastest is fine. Thank you." The driver nods, starts the car, and pulls into the street. I look out the window as the city slides by. I remind myself to use simple, clear English all day. I take a quiet breath and practice a small, helpful sentence. "I'm flying to Seattle today." It feels good to hear the words out loud. The driver glances in the mirror and smiles. "Business or vacation?" "A little of both," I say. "I'll visit family and also do some work." "Nice," he says. "You'll have a great time." At the airport, the driver stops by the Delta sign. The doors are wide and busy. People line up with carry-on bags, strollers, and backpacks. I hand the driver a tip and say, "Thanks for the ride. Have a good day." "You too," he says. I pull my suitcase onto the sidewalk and pause for 1 second. I breathe. I look for the departures sign and follow the flow of people. Inside, the ceiling is high, the air is cool, and there's a bright board that says Departures and Arrivals. I look for the airline counters. Overhead, big letters say A to K and L to Z to help people find their last name range. I see a sign that reads Self-Service Kiosks and Bag Drop. I roll my suitcase to an open kiosk. The screen says Check In. I tap Start, choose English, and type my confirmation code. The machine finds my reservation. "Great," I whisper. So far, so good. The screen asks for ID. I take my driver's license from my wallet and slide it into the reader. The machine beeps and my information appears. Name, flight number, seat. I press confirm and choose no for checked bags because my suitcase is small enough to carry on. The kiosk offers me a paper boarding pass. I print it, even though I also have it on my phone. Paper feels safe. A woman next to me looks confused and says to her friend, "Where do we go now?" I practice a helpful phrase in my head. "Excuse me, where is security?" Then I look up at the signs. A big arrow points to security/TSA. I follow it. The line to security is long but organized. 2 lines, TSA pre-check and general. I go to the general line. A TSA officer in a blue uniform stands at the entrance. "Boarding pass and ID, please," he says. I hand them over. He scans the pass, checks my ID, and returns both with a quick smile. You're all set. Laptops and liquids out. Got it, I say. Thank you. I join the line that snakes through the stanchions. I hear the rollers of suitcases, the soft murmur of travelers. I move at a steady pace and reach the bins. A sign says, remove shoes, belts, jackets, take out laptops and liquids. I put my phone and wallet in my backpack, remove my shoes and belt, and take my laptop out. I also put my small liquid bag in a bin. Clear bag, small bottles. The 311 rule is simple. Each liquid item is 3.4 ounces or less. All items in 1 quart-size bag, 1 bag per traveler. A TSA officer gestures. Next bin, please. I push my backpack, laptop, and shoes onto the conveyor. I take a breath and step through the scanner when the officer waves me forward. The machine hums. I step out, wait a second, and the officer says, "You're good." "Thank you," I say, simple, polite, clear. I collect my things, put my shoes on, tuck my laptop back into the backpack, and zip everything. I step aside so the next person has space. This small act, stepping away, makes the line move quickly. It's also polite. I follow the signs to the gates. A new world opens, bright shops, coffee smells, the soft announcement voice. I find a big digital board that shows flights, city, airline, gate, status. I look for Seattle. There it is, gate B18, on time, perfect. I speak quietly to myself. Gate B18. Saying it out loud helps me remember. I start walking. The carpet changes to smooth tile. Moving walkways hum. I roll my suitcase onto the walkway and stand on the right side, leaving the left open for people who want to walk fast. A man passes by and says, "Excuse me." He moves ahead politely. I smile and say, "No problem." At the end of the walkway, I step off and see a coffee shop. I realize I'm hungry. I join the line and read the menu. When it's my turn, the barista says, "Hi, what can I get for you?" "Hi," I say. "Could I please have a medium latte and a blueberry muffin?" "Sure," she says. "Name for the order?" "Alex," I say. "That'll be $9.75, she says. I tap my card. "Thank you." "Thanks," she says. "We'll call you in a minute." I move aside so the next person can order. When my drink is ready, she calls, "Latte for Alex." "That's me," I say. "Thanks so much." "You're welcome." I take a small sip. Warm, smooth, perfect. I carry my drink and muffin to a table near a window and sit down. I pull out my boarding pass and check the gate again. B18. I like to know the number every few minutes. It gives me calm. At the next table, a family speaks quickly. The child asks, "Are we late?" The mom says, "We have time." It's a normal airport conversation. I listen without staring. I'm not trying to eavesdrop. I'm just absorbing English in the wild. The airport is a great classroom. After a few minutes, I throw away the cup and the wrapper and start walking to my gate. As I near B18, I see the gate area, rows of chairs, a counter, and a screen that shows Seattle, boarding in 30 minutes. The screen also shows the boarding groups. A gate agent in a navy jacket stands behind the counter, typing. I want to confirm my seat. I walk up when there's no line and say, "Hi there, good morning. I just wanted to check that I'm still in seat 21A. The agent looks up, friendly. Of course. May I see your boarding pass? I hand it over. She types, checks, and nods. Yes, you're in 21A, a window seat. Perfect, thank you. You're welcome, she says. We'll board in a little while. If you have a carry-on and a personal item, you're good to go. Great, I say. Thanks again. I sit down within sight of the screen. A man sits a chair away, and we share the quiet. After a minute, he says, Is this the Seattle flight? Yes, I say. Gate B18. Thanks, he says. First time at this airport. It's big. It is, I say. The signs help. He smiles. Good tip. The sound system chimes, and an announcement starts. Attention passengers traveling to Seattle on Flight 107 will begin boarding shortly. Please have your boarding pass and ID ready. I look around. People stand, stretch, and slowly form a line. I wait until my group is called. Waiting is a skill, and it's easier when I breathe. I practice a small sentence for this moment. Is boarding for Group 4 now? It's polite, clear, and short. The agent calls. Now boarding Group 4. I stand, roll my suitcase to the line, and hold my phone with the electronic boarding pass ready. When it's my turn, the agent smiles and says, Hi. Hi, I say, and hold up my pass. She scans it. It beeps. You're all set, she says. Thank you, I say, and walk down the jet bridge, which smells like warm air and metal. I step onto the plane. A flight attendant greets me. Welcome aboard. Thanks, I say and smile. I walk down the aisle counting rows. I find 21A. A woman is already in 21C, the aisle seat. I point to my seat and say, Hi there, I'm in the window seat. No problem, she says, standing to let me pass. Thank you, I say. I place my backpack under the seat in front of me and lift my carry-on into the overhead bin. It fits. I sit, click the seat belt, and rest my hands on my knees. The plane fills with quiet conversations. Do you want the window? Could we trade seats? Sorry, I think that's my seat. All normal, all polite. The flight attendant walks by, checking seat belts. I take out a book. I like to read a little before takeoff. I also like to practice a few airport phrases in my head. Excuse me, could I have some water, please? Is there any space in this overhead bin? I think I'm in the wrong seat. Let me double check. Simple, useful, respectful. English that gets things done. A few minutes later, we push back. The plane takes off. Clouds, blue. The world becomes smaller. I feel grateful. I also feel a little proud that I spoke clearly and politely at each step. I didn't use long sentences. I didn't try to sound fancy. I just said what I needed. When we land in Seattle, I stand when the seatbelt sign turns off, pull my bag from the bin, and wait my turn to move forward. People often feel impatient here, but I remind myself, everyone will get off the plane. It's not a race. After you, I say to the woman in 21C. Thanks, she says. We walk off, up the jet bridge and into the terminal. Now I follow the signs to baggage claim even though I don't have a checked bag. I just want the exit. I pass a sign that says ground transportation. Perfect. I walk toward the rideshare area. A friendly airport worker in a vest is standing near the door. Excuse me, I say. Where can I find rideshare pickup? She points. Down one level, and then follow the purple signs. Thank you so much. You bet, she says. I take the escalator down, follow the purple signs, and step outside. The air is cool and fresh. I open the app, order a ride, and wait in the designated area. When the driver arrives, I confirm the license plate and wave. Hi, I say. Is this for Alex? Yes, he says. Where are we heading? Downtown, please. You got it. I settle into the seat, and as the airport fades behind us, I think about the English I used today. It wasn't complicated. It was clear. It was human. And that's the secret. At the airport, you don't need poetry. You need polite, simple sentences that carry you from door to door. The exact phrases I used, and you can copy. I like to keep a small mental list. Here are the lines I actually said or practiced. Short, friendly, and natural in the U.S. Could we please go to Terminal B? The fastest route is fine, thank you. I'm flying to Seattle today. Thanks for the ride. Have a good day. Excuse me, where is security? Boarding pass and ID, here you go. Laptops and liquids out? Got it, thanks. Could I please have a medium latte and a blueberry muffin? Is this the gate for Seattle? Hi there. Could you confirm I'm in seat 21A? Is boarding for Group 4 now? I'm in the window seat. Is there room in this overhead bin? Excuse me, could I have some water, please? Where can I find rideshare pickup? You can memorize 5 of these at a time. Say them out loud. Record yourself. Listen. Say them again. The goal isn't perfect grammar. The goal is smooth communication. Small problems, simple solutions. Real airport English. Airports test patience. Here are tiny problems, and the exact words I reach for. If the kiosk freezes, excuse me, I think this kiosk isn't working. Could someone help me? If your bag is slightly too big, would it be okay to gate check this bag? Gate check means you leave it at the plane door and pick it up right after landing. If you're unsure about the line, hi, is this the line for security? Or, is this the line for bag drop? If you don't catch an announcement, sorry, what was the gate number again? Short, clear, people will repeat it. If the gate changes, excuse me, did the gate for Seattle move? If you want directions, which way is Terminal B? Where can I refill my water bottle? If you need help at security, this is my first time here. Could you tell me what to do next? Notice how every sentence starts warm, uses please or a friendly tone, and ends quickly. In U.S. airports, short and polite is the magic key. What I learned and what you can copy. Say your goal in one line. I'm flying to Seattle today. This tells people your destination and sets context for help. Use signs like a second language. Follow departures, security, gates, baggage claim, ground transportation. If you don't understand, Ask a person wearing a badge or vest. Keep your questions short. Where is security? Works better than a long speech. Clear questions get clear answers. Be kind to the line. Step aside to pack your bag after security. It's polite, and people appreciate it. In English, kindness is often silent, but it shows in actions. Repeat out loud. Say your gate number out loud. B18. It sticks in your mind and calms your nerves. Smile when you ask. A soft smile turns, "Could you help me?" into a human moment. Communication is more than words. Mini practice. Speak it with me. Say these out loud like you're walking through the airport with me. Hi, could we please go to Terminal B? I'm checking in for Seattle. Boarding pass and ID. Do I need to take my laptop out? Which way is gate B18? Is boarding for Group 4 now? I'm in the window seat. Excuse me, where is rideshare pickup? If you can say these smoothly, you can handle most conversations at a U.S. airport. The story in one breath. I booked a flight, rode to the airport, checked in at a kiosk, spoke kindly to a TSA officer, ordered coffee with a complete sentence, confirmed my gate, asked short questions when I wasn't sure, boarded when my group was called, and thanked people along the way. I didn't use big words. I used real ones. That's how I go to the airport in the United States, and that's how you can go too, one clear sentence at a time. The car pulls away from the airport, and I feel relief. The hardest part of travel is usually behind me. Check-in, security, boarding. Now it's just me, the driver, and the road. The driver looks into the mirror and says, "So, first time in Seattle?" I smile. "Not really. I've been here once, but that was years ago. It feels new again." "Cool," he says. "Are you here for work, vacation, or both?" "Both," I answer. "I'll visit family, but I'll also do a little work. I like the mix." "That's the best kind of trip," he says. I nod. His tone is casual, friendly. In the U.S., small talk with drivers is normal. You don't need to say much, but a few sentences make the ride feel warm. After 20 minutes, we reach my hotel downtown. I thank the driver. "Thanks so much for the ride. Have a good evening." "You too," he says, and drives away. I roll my suitcase inside the lobby. The hotel smells faintly of coffee and wood polish. A receptionist stands at the front desk. I approach with a smile. "Hi, good evening. I have a reservation under Alex Carter." "Of course," she says, typing quickly. "Can I please see your ID and a credit card?" "Sure thing," I say, sliding them across the counter. She checks the system. "Yes, I see your booking. You're staying for 3 nights, correct?" "That's right," I confirm. "Great. Breakfast is from 6:30 to 10 a.m. The gym is on the second floor, and your room is ready now. Here's your key card." "Thank you so much," I say. "Could you also tell me where the elevator is?" She points to the left, just past the lounge on the right. "Perfect, thanks again." I walk toward the elevators, suitcase rolling quietly behind me. As I step inside, I think about the English I just used. Very simple. No complicated words. Just polite, clear sentences. "Hi, I have a reservation under name." "Could you tell me where the elevator is?" Both are easy to remember, but they sound natural in America. When I reach my room, I put my suitcase down and open the curtains. The city stretches outside, lights glowing against the early evening sky. Planes fly far above, tiny dots with trails. I think back to the airport. Every step was a chance to practice real English. Asking questions, ordering food, checking directions, talking to strangers politely. I sit on the edge of the bed and whisper a few sentences to myself, like a rehearsal for the next trip. Excuse me, where's the check-in counter? Do I need to remove my jacket? Which gate is the Seattle flight? Could I please have water? I say them again, slowly, then faster. Speaking them in a calm room feels good. It builds confidence. Later, I decide to go for a short walk to stretch my legs. Outside the hotel, the air is fresh and cool. I see a small convenience store on the corner and step inside. The cashier greets me. "Hey there, how's it going?" I know this is a common American greeting. It doesn't always need a long answer. I smile and say, "Good, thanks. How about you?" "Not bad," he says. "Just another shift." I grab a bottle of water and a snack bar. At the counter, I say, "Just these, please." "That'll be $3.25. I tap my card. "Thanks a lot." "Have a good night." "You too." Again, it's short, polite, easy. That's what real conversations often look like. Not long speeches, just quick exchanges that show friendliness. When I return to the hotel room, I sit at the desk with my notebook. I write down every English phrase I used today, from the airport to the hotel to the store. Writing helps me remember. Speaking them aloud makes them natural. Here's what I write in my notebook. Could we please go to Terminal B? Excuse me, where is security? Boarding pass and ID. Could I please have a latte and a muffin? Is this the gate for Seattle? Hi, I have a reservation under Alex Carter. Could you tell me where the elevator is? Good, thanks. How about you? Just these, please. I read the list once, then twice, and then I close my eyes and say them without looking. Each sentence feels smoother than before. Finally, I sit back and think. Going to the airport is not just about flying. It's about practicing English in real useful situations. Transportation, security, ordering, directions, check-in, small talk, shopping. Every step is a small English class if you treat it that way. As I fall asleep, I feel proud. Not because I spoke perfect English, but because I used English to live my day, from home to airport to hotel. And that's the real goal. English that carries you through life, step by step. Perfect. Since the whole story is about I go to the airport, and its purpose is learning English, let's now dig deeper. I'll give you tips and tricks for learning English that are directly connected to the airport experience. I'll explain them step by step with full detail, so you can use the same style in real travel and also in your English practice at home. Tips and tricks to learn English. Airport style. 1. Think in short sentences. At the airport, nobody uses long, complex speeches. People speak in short, clear sentences. Examples you already saw in the story. Where is security? Could I please have water? Is this the gate for Seattle? Tip: practice saying short, direct sentences. Even at home, pretend you're at the airport. Say, I need a taxi. I'm going to Terminal B. I'm checking in. I'm looking for Gate 18. This makes your English sound natural and keeps your mind from going blank. 2. Use the magic words. Excuse me, please, thank you. In the United States, polite words are very powerful. They open doors and make people more willing to help you. Excuse me. Force us to get someone's attention politely. Please equals makes any request softer. Thank you equals closes the conversation nicely. Trick: practice this 3-step rhythm. Excuse me to start. The request plus please. Thank you to end. Example: excuse me. Where's the check-in counter, please? Thank you. This rhythm works almost everywhere in the U.S. Airport, restaurant, shop, hotel. 3. Repeat. Out loud to remember. At the airport, there's a lot of numbers and letters, gate numbers, seat numbers, flight numbers. Repeating them out loud makes them stick in your brain. Example from the story, I whispered, Gate B18, Gate B18. Tip: when you study English, repeat words and phrases aloud. Boarding pass, please. Window seat, aisle seat. Overhead bin, carry-on bag. Repeating aloud builds muscle memory in your tongue and mouth, not just your brain. 4. Listen like a tourist, not a student. At the airport, you hear real-life English all around you. Announcements, conversations, staff instructions. Even if you don't understand everything, listen for keywords. Example: attention passengers for Seattle. Boarding delayed until... The keywords: Seattle, boarding, delayed. That's enough to know what's happening. Trick: train yourself to catch the important words, not every word. When watching TV, YouTube, or podcasts, focus on keywords. It makes listening less stressful and more useful. 5. Carry a phrase notebook. I kept a small list of phrases I actually used. This is practical English, not textbook English. Tip: after every English experience, airport, store, class, chat, write down the phrase you used, the phrase you heard, one new word, example from my notebook. Could you tell me where the elevator is? How's it going? New word, jet bridge, the hallway from gate to plane. Over time, your notebook becomes your personal English dictionary. Role-play at home airports are full of routines. Check-in, ordering food, asking directions. You can practice these at home like a small play. Trick: pretend your room is an airport. Say the lines out loud. Hi, I have a reservation under Alex. Excuse me, which way is gate B18? Could I please have a coffee? If you have a friend, practice together. One plays the TSA officer, the other plays the passenger. Switch roles. This is fun and powerful because you learn real interaction. 7. Don't fear mistakes. Focus on action. At the airport, people don't care about your grammar. They care that they understand you. Even if you say, "Where's security?" instead of "Where is security?" they will still help you. Tip: stop waiting for perfect grammar. Start speaking with confidence. Correct grammar will come slowly, but communication starts now. 8. Turn. Waiting time into practice. Time airports involve a lot of waiting. Security lines, boarding, baggage claim. That waiting time is perfect for practicing English. Ideas. Whisper useful sentences to yourself. Describe what you see. A man is reading. A woman is drinking coffee. The screen shows delayed flights. Read signs out loud. This turns boring waiting into hidden English class time. 9. Copy native speed and rhythm. Notice how Americans speak at the airport. Short, flat rhythm, not too fast. Boarding pass and ID. Next in line, please. Thanks, have a good day. Trick. Don't try to sound fancy. Copy their rhythm. It makes you sound more natural than using big words. 10. Use English in every step of travel. Airports are just one place, but the same English works in hotel check-in. Hi, I have a reservation under name. Restaurant. Could I please see the menu? Taxi, ride share. Could we please go to downtown? Shops. How much is this? Tip. Travel English equals life English. Don't separate them. Every trip is free English practice, quick survival English for airports in the U.S. Here are some ready-to-use phrases you can memorize. Where is check-in for airline? Do I need to take my laptop out? Could you please repeat the gate number? I'm in the wrong line, sorry. Is this the boarding line for Group 4? Could you help me with my bag? Thank you, I appreciate it. If you can say these smoothly, you'll survive almost any airport situation in the U.S. final lesson. The airport isn't just a place for travel, it's a school for English. Every step is a mini-class. Ordering coffee equals practice with food vocabulary. Security check equals practice with short questions. Gate announcements equals practice with listening for keywords. Talking to staff equals practice with polite rhythm. The trick is to treat the airport as a language gym. Every small phrase you say is like lifting a small weight. Day by day, you get stronger.